the world. Caucasian, so-called white men. All right. So hopefully that answers your question. All right. What else?
It had just cut off right at the last second.
Let's go into this topic.
But I'm sure he caught on.
Yeah, I'm hoping he did. Y'all just need to go back over Daniel's the 7 with him.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's go to this. A nation that hates correction. So let's start with Ezekiel, the 2nd chapter and the 3rd verse. And once again, the reason why we're going over it is to remind what's in us. If we don't remember what's in us, then we're going to keep playing with this spirit. The spirit of rebellion, the spirit of I want to do it my way. The spirit, the unchanging, stubborn spirit. Read that. At Ezekiel 2 and 3.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 3.
And you're going to read down to 8.
And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me.
Right, he said, I send you to a rebellious nation. And we forget these things, man. Everybody want to think that all Israel is going to be. I mean, yes, we pray for that. We pray for the whole nation to be saved, but is that going to happen? Not till they get burnt up and come back.
Right.
Not till.
All Israel.
Yeah, right. And all Israel is going to be saved. Think about it. All Israel is going to be saved, but judgment got to come first. So read on.
They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Go ahead.
For they are impudent children.
They are, look up the word impudent. And what empire was Ezekiel in? What empire was Ezekiel in? Y'all should be looking. Get your phone, Google it, ChatGPT it, start getting yourself involved with class so you can understand that. Okay, let me get myself better at looking things up. Yeah.
I don't know if it's correct or not, but is it Jehoiachin's?
Huh?
Is that Jehoiachin's captivity?
Okay, that's the king.
Oh, okay.
That's the king that was ruling during that time. But what captivity were we in? Yeah.
Babylonian captivity.
So we were in the Babylonian captivity, right? So you got Ezekiel doing what?
Babylonian customs.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? I'm sorry for my reaction. No, not the Ezekiel didn't do that.
Okay.
Like everybody else was,
Right.
or rather, the 2/3 was.
Right.
The chosen stood to the will of the Father, right? But Ezekiel, no, he definitely wasn't one of them, right? Go ahead.
Impudent.
Go ahead. What you got?
Impudent. It says a lack of modesty and boldness accompanied by contempt for others, or a brazen disregard for what is proper.
You merged two there. No, a lack of modesty, comma.
A lack of modesty.
Right, a lack of modesty.
Right.
And then it comes and tells you what? Boldness.
Accompanied by contempt.
Right, contempt for others. And what Bakar was going over in it was First Peter 2, verse 1, where it said leaving guile,
Right. Laying aside
laying aside all guile, right, which is trickery, deceit, and then it said hypocrisies,
It said malice in all guile,
right,
in all hypocrisies, and envyings, in all evil speakings.
right. Remember, this impudent heart is a bold spirit to keep to those things. Nah, this is how I feel. You ain't gonna change my mind.
Right.
This is our disease. And as we, for y'all that's coming to Sabbath morning class, and I know Zion's going with it too, but this is how it starts. It starts with Moses dealing with Israel coming out of Egypt. So we hold fast to a lot of these things that our forefathers have held to. And it's not good. It's not good, man. What the spirit of our elders that have been rebellious, we hold to those things. What you got? You got something?
Yeah, this is impudent. It said being bold and disrespectful, but often acting without shame.
There you go. Acting without shame. So you're doing something and you're not even saying, damn, let me look at what I'm doing and how I'm acting. I'm going to blaspheme, I'm going to say things, and I'm not even going to give a damn. The Most High is not with that. Go ahead. Read on.
To a rebellious nation.
Right? To a what?
Rebellious nation.
Yeah, we read that and we're like, it's like in the ether. It's like, this is just words. Like, no, Israel's rebellious as hell. You got our people, we can't explain away. Like, no, you're being rebellious. You're being blatantly disrespectful. And not only are you doing it you're not doing it out of ignorance, you're doing it out of boldness. Right? You see our people like, yeah, don't eat this. You don't supposed to eat pork. It's like, man, they get bold with it. You know what I mean? Hey, sister, you need to cover up. It's my body. I got the chick on the video is saying she's smiling. She says, what's wrong with being a hoe? I love being a hoe. Yeah. See, so they get bold.
That's impudence.
Impudence, exactly.
It's not showing a due respect. But I'm thinking like if we covering this here, should we be implementing patience due to us knowing that this is supposed to be? So if we know that they're gonna be that we're going to be rebellious.
Okay. As a nation.
Us. We gonna be rebellious. So if we know that, wouldn't we be implementing the patience necessary to deal with them accordingly, rather than giving ourselves opportunities to completely lose control and deal with them in a way that justifies their action?
You said something in there, the word accordingly. And that's why it's important to understand what the scripture, one of the scriptures that Bakar went over yesterday, after the first and second admonishing, you went and you admonished them out of love and out of brotherhood the first time. And you told them the first and second time. And then what they did was be impudent and hard-hearted. And then you start seeing the Most High, the prophets, come and tell them and rebuke them sharply. Go ahead.
So I took notes on that. Like I was actually gonna ask about that as far as Bakar was here, because I wanted to hear it directly from him. However, like it's to what I realized, and that is the difference between reproach versus rebuke. So reproach would be exactly what was mentioned in the first and second time. And then the rebuke, like you said, is more of a sharp correction. Cool. What I wanted to know, or how I received this,
Okay.
like is that even in the rebuke, we still have a responsibility, especially like as those who are actually a part of the elect, like the people who actually know what is right. We still have a responsibility to uprightness, to righteousness. So I still didn't find a way of completely losing control or losing discipline in the process of correcting them, or none of that. I still don't see that. So like I wanted to ask Bakar, like, so when you say this, what exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it can be perceived in many ways. Like people just be making up stuff, and then they are justified by scripture. So I'm like, okay.
So
when you say
by that statement there, are you saying that Bakar did that? Is that what you were trying to do?
No, I wanted to ask.
Okay.
I wanted to ask for clarity.
Okay, but you threw that in there. It almost can seem like you're saying that.
Like what?
That anybody could throw it in there.
I'm talking in general, like generally speaking about scripture in general.
Right.
Like I just watched a video earlier where this lady was literally using the Bible to justify slavery. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I get that.
So people do that. So instead of assuming anything, then you return to the individual and ask them the question.
Yeah, you ask.
Yeah, for clarity. Like, hey, so if you say we're supposed to rebuke them sharp, what exactly does that mean, and what do it look like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good question, and that's why he went over yesterday those scriptures, and we're going to touch on some of those scriptures today. And let me just say them straight out, so we don't have to wait for the grand finale for that. When the Most High called us stupid, that's what it looks like. You're asking what it looked like when he said you're stupid or sottish, whatever language you want to pick it in. That's not in a way to be like, oh well, you know what, it's nice. That's sharp rebuke, right? When he and that's, if you're asking, that's the answer.
I'm gonna ask you this then. So, what's your son name, dude?
Shamaiwan or Mawala? Shamaiwan's the 8-year-old.
Let's go with Mawala, because he's a teen, right?
Yeah.
He's a teen. So let's go with Mawala. So, and this is what I always emphasize. Like when I talk to people about God's people, like these aren't our people, these are God's people. So I always ask this. I say, all right, so let's say God called his children stupid. You might call Manuela stupid, right? You might say, hey, that's stupid what you just did. But if I was dealing with him, I wouldn't say that. And if I did say that, you would have a problem with it. You'd be like, hey, Shab, don't talk to him like that.
So what's your question?
So no, it's not. So what I'm asking is, are we to deal with exactly with God's children the way that he deal with them? Or are we supposed to speak to them in a way that would be respectful? Because then it'll put us into an impudent situation ourselves, because we're not giving him a due respect.
No.
Go ahead.
Who did he tell? Did God come down and talk to these people? I'm asking you,
He delivered messages through people.
Right. And those people were who?
The elect.
Ezekiel was a what?
A prophet.
Isaiah was a what?
A prophet.
And he was a what? A man. He was an Israelite man. So, yes, he told these men to go tell them that. So, yes, when Paul said, I'm going to deliver one such unto Satan, that the point of sharp rebuke, and if we could get through this class, is that impudent, our people don't want to hear that. That's the whole point. It got to be sharp. So if you're asking a question on what the scripture says, he will put in the mouth of the prophets these things. Like when we're reading it, you're either going to say man said that through the Spirit of the Father to get a point to the people, or you're going to say, well, that was only Ezekiel that was supposed to say that, and Jeremiah was supposed to say that.
No, that's goofy.
Well, all right, and you're not goofy, and I'm not goofy. So there you go. So if you're asking, the Most High sent men to tell them about themselves. Not only did he send men, and I know I'm just going to combine all of this in one session, he sent men to put their ass to death on the dime because they got out of line. So when you say, well, are we going to take the place of the Father? No, we never take the place of the Father, because the Father already gave us the message on how to deliver with our people. So when we got to this point, after the first and second admonishing, it said not only rebuke them sharply, but it said, don't deal with them. Cut them off, right? To show them that all may fear. all fearing is to look at us, to look at the people and say, damn, you see what that brother did? Or the people to look at the brother, and say, that was real harsh. How the prophet spoke to them. So when you look at Ezekiel, you can take us out of the picture. Look at Ezekiel and see what he said. Look at Isaiah, see what he said. Look at Jeremiah and see what he said and say, okay, those are men. Now, I think this is where I think you don't understand that they literally did the same thing that Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah. They looked at him and said, who are you to tell us these things? And I think that's the point you're missing. That's why you're asking the question.
No, I'm asking the question because even you mentioned in the Most High, what the Most High gave us as examples, he also gave us an example in the Messiah and how the Messiah actually dealt with the people on a daily basis. So we have examples like where the Messiah knows that Judas is sitting in a room with him, literally across the table from him. I don't see him dealing with him in a certain way. Like he still deals with him, but I don't see him deal with him in a certain way. Now, I also consider the fruit of the Spirit. If we have...
hold on, before you jump.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about Judas. Mm-hmm. When Judas was supposed to do a certain thing, and Christ made it clear that he's going to go and do these things. Mm-hmm. But also, the word Christ already knew was to let this man walk his path.
Exactly. Okay,
so you're throwing Judas in there, and first of all, the prophecy of where Judas was going to hell was already written. Christ had to follow that path, just about Judas. Now, let's talk about people, about how he dealt with them. Once again, the brother went over it with y'all yesterday. He called Israelites serpents and vipers. So yes, he dealt with Judas one way, but let's look at the other side. You're dealing with a people that's impudent, a people that's unchangeable, right? He didn't say, you know what? I'm going to be nice about this. He said, you're a serpent. You're a viper. Is that nice? First of all, I'm going to say, yes, that is humble and that is meek. I'm going to say that when Christ said, you serpents and you vipers, he was very meek.
Very direct. But
exactly.
My question to that would be more of a, again, like if we have, like, just considering the fruit of the Spirit and what's expected of us. Like, if I'm in a particular situation, I'm still held to this expectation.
I don't think you're listening, Shaf.
I am.
No, why I don't think you're listening? Because
you gave me two different examples.
No, this is why I don't think you're listening. Because rebuke them sharply is already defined according to the answer. You said it. You said accordingly. When you deal with Israel, right? Accordingly, yes, a person that's repentful in the spirit, in the right spirit, yeah, you're not going to deal like that. You don't have to rebuke sharply. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the other side, that what is necessary and how that was done. So if you're misunderstanding how that was done, then all we have to do is go to the Bible and say, well, how was it done? How did they do when Israel got out of line and they didn't want to hear no more? What was it that was told to them? What was it that was said to them? Yeah.
Let's be direct. So we're gonna talk about, because this is what I'm assuming the whole class yesterday was, and it was mentioned, like Bakar.
Kendu, yeah, Kendu.
Mentioned Kendu.
Yeah.
So we were all here, or most of us was here for the situation with Kendu. And he was dealt with sharply.
Yeah.
Now it was a time when certain verbiage, certain words was used, and you even said, like you literally said, excuse me, I got upset. That's what you literally say. You say, I apologize, I got upset.
Yeah, the one thing that the curse. And I did that for you.
Exactly. Fair enough. Even if you did it for me, it was appreciated because it was still out of consideration. There was a thing of, hey, I respect, what we discussed before, blah blah blah. Cool.
Right.
That's what we supposed to do. However, even in that, it's somewhat of a admitting that I could have possibly done better. Like, I didn't necessarily have to say any of this because I've already made the statement. I even sent the text to Bakar after the sermon, after they said, I realized something in the last counseling that I wasn't personal. Is that when the word speaks of using too many words, you know the what verse is it? I think it's a proverb, but it talks about using too many words and it leads to sin. And I was like, man, sometimes I think that we should be just short, like precise and concise with it. And
okay, let me say this on that. That's because your experience and you not knowing what it takes and what we're dealing with. This is what we're getting into. That's why I'm asking you. The only way we're going to do this is answer your question.
And just listen to it. For a matter of fact, I should just listen to this whole message.
No.
Answer it.
To answer it, I answered it. You're asking me, where are we coming from and what do we think? And we're telling you from experience dealing with this brother that we did the brother Kendu Ai, we did that according to the Bible. 70 times 7. Not just once, not just twice. There was many accounts of Ai, that's not the way. But like Christ had to rebuke Peter and say, thou hast a devil. Now I know you might think that's okay, or that's a little more articulate because you're not,
right.
You might think that because time, but you're not understanding time. Yeah. And those times, it was like, what the fuck is your problem, brother? What do you think you're doing? And that's where I know you're not going to see it.
I just want to, you see that equivalent?
Yes, very equivalent.
Fair enough. Very
equivalent. Why? Because there's no shaking these men up, especially an impudent brother that has been told, walked through, guided, scriptures, baby wipes, padding, brotherly, all of that. And then you come back and you straight out blaspheme in front of us and then sit in front of us and be like, yeah, I know what that says, but I don't believe that. Nah, bro. Sorry. So if you're asking me though, I'm telling you where that's coming from. There's a difference between restore him in meekness and rebuke him sharply, that all may fear and know, don't come with that madness around us. Where are we getting it from? Go look at it, Ezekiel. Go look at the prophets, how they rebuked the people. It wasn't to, not yours, but ancient verbiage that was nice. And you're like, well, the modern verbiage is different from me.
No. My thing is, listen.
I'm just answering the question.
I don't think it has anything to do with ancient versus modern.
You don't, but that's the problem.
I think of it like this. I don't think of in life in general. I don't think I have any. It's not a time in my life where I can actually extract myself or excuse myself from self-discipline. I just don't. I don't have it.
See, by you saying that there, you're alluding that rebuking someone.
No.
Then what's your point then?
No,
and you saying that?
No,
then what's your point? You saying that so I can understand.
What I'm saying is, if I lose control, or if you lose control in the attempt to rebuke an individual, there's no such excuse. Like I can say, hey, you know what?
Nobody.
Ain't nothing wrong with what I just did.
Nobody has lost control.
By the word.
What you're not understanding, like nobody's lost control.
No.
No.
A lost control. You know how would that look if it got personal now?
But it would have.
No,
We
it
can't
didn't.
say, we can't,
No, we can't say it would have.
We can't hypothetical.
Right, so-
Based off what we saw, there was no, hey, you black. Hey, this is. It was
Yeah,
not
hey, you a bitch ass nigga.
It was not a rap battle. It was not a rap battle.
It wasn't. It wasn't none of that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What it was, and why it was very clear to me that it was love. Why it was clear to me that it was Christ-like. Go to Luke 19 and 21 real quick. Somebody give me the definition of austere. Somebody give me synonyms of austere.
Yeah,
is one of the things that Christianity did a damage. Christianity did a damage to the image of Christ. Physically, they painted him as this tender, this total opposite of what the scripture said.
What I know you're going there, but I think Shaf is missing like so many vital, basic scriptures that if you call a person a devil, I don't think you get it. That like back in the days, that wasn't. You don't just call a person a devil and then be like, you know what, man. Hey, the water Christ for telling me because you said it in a way that was palatable for me. I don't think you're not understanding that with individuals, the whole point for Christ calling Peter, thou hast a devil, is because it wasn't palatable for him. It was like, you're telling me something like, why would you tell me like that? Why would you get to this extreme to me and tell me in a way? So I think we're dealing with the way it needs to be said and not understanding that why one transition from the next to those individuals, why you should be asking that. Why 1 minute it says after the first and second and then deal with him like this, because you got a different extreme of individual. And I don't think you're seeing that. We, the Most High, didn't deal with Israel like that. No way. Stupid is not nice. If I said to you just even now, brother, you got a hole's forehead. You don't see that? That's not something you tell anybody if you're talking nice to them. If I said to somebody, brother, your problem out, and you got a hole's forehead. I know you would ask nowadays, like, what the hell you mean by that, right?
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Right. You'd be like,
what does that even mean?
What does that even mean, right? But in the ancient day, he's saying you got a whore's forehead. You're stubborn. But why would you relay it like that? Why couldn't you just tell me, hey, brother, you're stubborn? Because I'm using the word whore, forehead, to get a rise out of the nation. Wait a minute, you just called me a hoe? Is that what you did? No, I didn't call you a hoe. I said you had a hoe's forehead. And then the argument is what? Who are you to tell me that I got a whore's forehead? I think you're not seeing that verbiage, the extreme, sharp, what we looked up, the hack down verbiage is to somebody that is doing these things and not caring about the flock. The what? The blasphemy. The straight out saying that the word ain't true. We dealt with things with him, things that didn't even get a chance to come out in the council because he was disannulling and he didn't want to engage when he was reminded of what it was. We didn't even get there. So you're looking and you're analyzing, but all I say is if you're going to really analyze and judge, let your senses be exercised in the book and say, well, how harsh was it when the men told them this? When he called us, okay, Sodom and Gomorrah. I know it sounds poetic now, but if I said the equivalent, you act like a faggot and a lesbian, you would be like, bro, why are you talking to me like that? Right? No?
What? Like, all right, man. I'm straight, man. I'm good. But
you gotta be. You gotta be good because you know why?
I'm definitely interested in Luke 9. Like, because
So you don't know where he called us Sodom and Gomorrah?
I do.
Okay, so is that to call somebody that is that a good thing to call somebody?
Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yes.
No, I could call somebody that right now, and they would like I made you.
Right. So what are you not getting? What are you not getting?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Then we're gonna move on.
I
Then
get what you say.
I'm glad you get what I'm saying. But what we're saying is, if the prophets ain't told us on how to speak, and they are not the example in these instances, yeah. Now you're getting it, right? You don't get what I'm saying. No, because you're looking at me. You're like, well, speak.
I'm processing.
Okay, so if the prophets wasn't showing us how to speak to the people, then what were they doing? So since you get that, I'll let you marinate on that, and then we'll move on in the topic. All right, go there. Let's read on, because we got like damn 45 minutes. You. No, I thought it was Ariana. Oh, go ahead. Go there. Go to where we are.
Ezekiel 2. Reverse.
Whoever it is, if you have something to say to me, you can speak out of the class.
No. Chef, please.
Whoever it is.
My beloved brother, let us deal with that. That's our job.
Hey, I'm here.
You got new brothers that, you know what I mean? He didn't do it to mock or nothing. He just,
I'm just saying I'm here.
yeah. Read, where are we at?
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 4.
Go ahead.
For they are impudent.
They're what?
Impudent.
They're what?
Impudent children.
What was impudent?
What we had on that?
Impudent. Look it back up. It said, someone who is very rude, disrespectful, or bold, often acting without shame.
So there's a spirit behind Israel that they will openly defame. They'd openly act this way and have no shame in even being wrong. There's a problem, right? There's no way that we can emulate the prophets and be wrong. There's no way. This is why we're going over this, because it's a stubborn spirit in Israel for them to. Our people don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear that. We think we're going to get niceties and all the nice things being said to us when we acting a damn fool. But the Most High showed us in many instances that wasn't going to be the case. Right? But read on.
And stiff-hearted.
And what?
Stiff-hearted.
What is stiff-hearted? But this is what we're saying about understanding.
Stiff-hearted.
Go ahead.
Describes a person who is stubborn.
A what?
Stubborn.
He is what?
Stubborn.
One thing you didn't say, you didn't go over yesterday, was when the scripture says they crept in. What does that mean? What?
They were being sneaky. They weren't trying to be noticed.
Right. Crept in mean you came in with this spirit. I didn't go to you. Right? We didn't go to Kendu and do this. He crept in. And that's the problem, is that there got to be some responsibility, man.
Hey, for clarity, I am in no way justifying anything that Kendu did.
Oh, I was going to say.
I don't know, honestly, like when you mentioned so many things that occurred.
Yeah.
I understand that's what happens. I don't know everything that happened. I don't even think I should have been present for that. Honestly, I don't. I don't even.
Well, you know why?
Be an honorary Hebrew,
You know. Remember the conversation we had in the back office, where you said I'm a brother, and so that's where that invite came from. I didn't want to leave you out of that. I was like, no. We had that conversation. He wanted to be treated like a brother. This is what we as a body deals with. You know what I mean? Because at first I was like, Shab don't need to be in all that. Right? But then I was like, no, he literally told us in there, I'm a bro. What you treat, basically like, why are you going to treat me like that? So I took that in mind, and that's why the invite came. Right, but and thanks for the clarity. Because as far as what Kendu was on, because, and I think I'm glad to hear that, because at a moment we're like, this is okay with you? So it's good to hear that. You know, okay, that was wrong.
I could only
Get a little.
I could only analyze from
What was said?
because I don't know everything that happened between y'all. Like I
Right.
don't know. So I'm just in the space and I'm like, I'm listening to him.
Right.
I'm listening to y'all. And I'm saying now, I'm hearing stuff he's saying and I'm like, some of it is just classic Hindu. You know what I'm saying? Like it's classic Hindu.
Right.
He would say something like that. And I'm not really surprised, honestly, by certain things that he said. I'm not,
Right.
Like I'm just not. But then there was certain things from the leadership that I heard that I was like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little surprised. So those were the things that I would more so. I have a higher expectation for leadership than I do for Kendu coming in. You see what I'm saying? Like so,
yeah, but
I wouldn't even approach him.
You see what you just said,
Like I wouldn't.
Shaft. You wouldn't, because that's not your place.
Exactly.
It's our place to not let these things
Right.
slide through. And like you said, I get it from your mind. You're like, damn, what's happening here? And because you don't know the totality
Right.
of it and really what's happening, I can kind of see where you would what we're thinking is brothers are taking things like that light. And that's not light. That's what our look on it is like. You're like, this is okay with you? Like, not with you, but what in the entirety. Like, this cannot be okay with us. Right. You brothers can't come doing through these things like the other brother that's gone, right? The showing himself to a woman. Like, y'all got to know that this is happening and trying to infiltrate. So you got to think about what's going on, and we're just supposed to sit here and be like, the Lord rebuke you. No. How are we going to stop it? Our stance is we stop it with sharp rebuke. And I know you're like, I think the sharp rebuke.
Don't assume for me. I'll tell you what I thought.
Okay.
I thought after, and I shared this with Bakar, so Bakar can second this. Like I literally said, man, after the, hey, listen, we don't want you here no more. You'll be banned, blah blah blah. I was like, all right, well, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, where my keys at?
But
you know
what does the scripture say?
So you see what I'm saying?
What does the scripture say when you come to a council? And I'm not going to answer that for you. Nope. I'm not going to answer that for you because that right there.
Don't answer
because you're going to go back and study, because if that was it, I could have did that over the phone.
Let me ask you this.
What?
It was so much that was said before that. Like, it was so much that was said before that was basically being reiterated. Like, it was already said. I was like, hey, that's a good finish. Bingo, it's over. Let's go. Like, and then after that, it was just, I'm like,
I'm glad you're saying that.
He shut down after that. So
yeah, but what are we supposed? See, thank you, because now I'm understanding where your mind is. You're not understanding that our first initial reaction to the men around us is to win them, to see if there's a light in them, to say, you know what, Kendu has done it before. He stood up and apologized. Did he do that? No. That's what we were trying to get. So you're like, why is this being dragged out? Because we're trying to work with the man, as opposed, so we can say, you know what? This brother did what the scripture said. He repented.
It was some remorse.
He acknowledged.
He acknowledged. Then we can come back and say, well, look, the brother acknowledged. He can, that's Kendu. He can sometimes get out of line and not really recognize what he's doing. But then when it wasn't there, we were like, okay, and if you heard me, I said, so let's go into these scriptures. And then that's when it was like, we went over the scriptures of a heretic, because it was like, you transition from restore, brother, and are you good, or what's wrong with you, or why are you coming with this? Because I asked him, right? Why'd you do that? Why'd you get him on the phone? I'm waiting for him to say, you know what? It was a mistake, my bad. You know, I didn't mean that. But it was still stubbornness, hard-headedness, stiff-headedness. Then when the scriptures came out, it was, you know what? That's what y'all believe. And then now we're like, that's why it went that far. Just to explain. Yeah. All right, come on. 9:22. We're not even going to get past anything. Go ahead.
I do.
That's all good. We still talking. We still talking. You know what I mean? Look, I'm going to say it again, Shaf. The conversations, and for everybody, the conversations we be having, I can talk with him later. I'm talking about, I'm a gossip. I'm going to pull a young brother to the side and say, hey, do you really believe that? It's like, you should have said that in front of, what did I say? You could have did that here in class. Right. Subvert, the Bible used subvert it, and then it used heresy. So that's where their mind comes from. And I'm going to say this. All brothers need that. Everybody sitting here and everybody that was in that council need that. Everybody in class need that. Because they need to see how the steps were done. And yes, no, you left wrong time. Because the brother said, I don't know if you caught it. You might have caught it on the way out. But the brother, Ashariah, stood up and said, it's sad because we're losing a brother. Wow. He said, and I came back and said, that's why we're doing all of this. Because it is a sad moment. This ain't good. Like, it's another brother, right? In this zone, in this mind. Right. But it was like a few minutes before you left. Ash said that, and I was like, brother, right on point. And we said this in front of everybody. You know what I mean? To show, like, look, there's gonna be open rebuke, but it don't have to go to this level to where you're just straight out denying everything. You know, so just a little part that was missed, man. Go ahead, read on.
I do send thee unto them.
Uh-huh.
And thou shalt say unto them,
right?
Thus saith the Lord God.
Right, because what we're supposed to be saying is these things are not acceptable, Israel. Right? We were fervent with the pork. We were fervent with Christmas. We were fervent with all these other things. And guess what? What about when we do get to that level and it's among us? We've had instances, and this is, and when you look at the totality of what's going on in this body, I don't know what's going on in Ephesus and Thessalonica, but I know here what's going on. You got one brother trying to show his pee-pee to a woman. We had to boot him out. Like, you got to think about what's going on. And then we're trying to help the brother. We're trying to correct him. He's mentally disturbed. So we're doing those things and counseling, and not saying he was doing that all the time. It just came to a precipice of that thing, right? It was, remember all those classes on masturbation and things, right? Right. You're like, well, you going over there because you know about me? No, it's other brothers that have issues. But that issue, the little leavened the whole lump to where we were doing the meekly restoring him. And, hey, brother, you know what? You got to fight against lust. Let's go here. Let's go to this scripture. How many classes we've been over? And where did that take him? Straight to, I don't care what I'm doing. You do this in front of a woman and a kid. And then the brother before that. What about the brother before that? The one that sat around, said he believed, and then was at odds. And it's like, wait a minute, you're sitting here in one mind, saying, Khan, yeah, right, Khan, I agree with that. You're coming to class, you're supporting, but you don't agree. So we got that. Then we got the PP guy. Then there's the other things. You see that? Then now you got a brother that we're going around and we're like, no, he's new like everybody else. Help him. Talk to him. Hey, brother, you now got to deal with this issue. You got to deal with this issue, right? Then you talk to him about those issues, and then he what? He comes back, comes in, agrees in class. Because I'll be like, you agree with that? You see that, right? Yeah. But then you'll go back and creep. You don't do that. That's the stubborn mind. If you're unwilling to change, then you go not change out there. This is an environment that you're supposed to be changing that mind. I'm not asking you just to point you out in class. I'm asking you, are we here? Because if not, then there needs to be a separation. Because that negativity will destroy what you're doing. I'll put it like this. What do you want to do around us? Have a negative effect or a positive? Well, then you got to agree. If you don't agree, then you don't come around. Because it's automatically going to come out of you. And that's not me, like he said yesterday, that's not forcing you to agree. We believe, like the scripture says, that you're stubborn and damn impudent. So from our perspective, we're looking at you like you come in the doors, you're saying, man, I want to learn about my nationality. Okay, that's all great. You learn you as Hebrews like, Christ is black. We're going to rule the world. White man, kiss your toes. But then the real problems come up. The pride, the lust, the discord, and the hatred for your people. And then those things started getting poked at. But you don't want to let go of those things. Right? Hey, well, I'm going back, man. I'm teaching the people this. I'm telling the people this, but they don't want to hear it. Oh, bro, because how you're giving it to them. And then you walk them through it. And he's like, yeah, I hear what y'all saying, but I don't believe that. Or I'm not going to move that way. Right. That's impudent. That's stubborn. Then why are you here if you're not going to apply nothing out of what we're showing you? You should have just said, you know what, man? I believe the Muslims gave it better. I believe the 5%ers gave it better. Let me go back with them. You know, Pastor, give me more money said it better. Go back with Pastor, give me more money. Because you agree with that. The impudent and stubbornness is not going to help. It's going to literally cause more commotion and division. And when we go over the reading, if we go over it tomorrow, but Korah and Dathan, what did they do? Did they add to the nation? Or did they cause constant confusion, disruption, chaos? So that's the point of this, is like to show that this is in us, that stubborn, impudent, stiff-hearted, and we can't come to the Father that way. I come through the door, but I'm just checking y'all out. No, it's not acceptable. No, you're not just checking us out. You're filling us out after the first month, then you should have felt us out. You should already know doctrine-wise what we're on. You should know doctrine-wise what we're on. And if you don't know, ask. Don't sit here a month, 2 years, and then be like, I never believed in that. It's going to pour out of you, the division, the discord, the chaos. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And they, whether they will hear.
Whether they what?
They will hear.
Well, what about if they stop their ears? What about if they don't want to hear? What about if they don't want to listen? Because that's what a lot of Israel does, right? I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear that. I'm going to do what I want to do. I still want to smoke weed. I still want to celebrate Christmas, right? I still want to merge these things from the world into the truth. Basically back Christianity. Go ahead.
Or whether they will forbear.
Or whether they what?
Forbear.
Go ahead. Excuse me.
For they are a rebellious house.
Yeah, this is the problem with Israel. And we got a little bit of that rebelliousness in us, and we don't want to see it. Like you got to bear witness to this. You got rebellion in you. You got stubbornness in you because you're unchangeable. Like the brother was bringing out, if you knew, then the whole need not a physician. Y'all don't know that was facetious? You're literally, you don't know what Christ said was facetious? Because which one of you is whole? That like, which one of those people, nations, Israel, he was around that was whole and that didn't need to sit with Christ and learn and be changed and be baptized? Yes, that was facetious. It's like, because in your mind you're whole, then you are not going to be malleable to change. So this is where stubbornness comes in. Ergo the definition, right? Go ahead.
Yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them.
Right. You're cursing me. There's no curse. This is not voodoo. It's a warning. He said, warn them. Right? A worse thing is going to happen unto you, You know what the hell is going to happen to you? That's a brotherly warning. When I talk to my kids, I'm like, you don't want to go down that road. You know where that road's going to lead you? You know what I mean? That's going to lead you down this. Something bad is going to happen to you. Yes, that's a warning. That's a brotherly warning. At that, man, the Most High is going to jack you up. Yes, brothers got to be told that. You keep going down that road, the Most High is going to mess you up. Oh, so you're cursing me? There's no such thing as a... We can't throw no enchantment on you. The Most High warned us what to stay away from. Stubbornness, rebelliousness, unchanging, unwilling to conform. I think you said it best. I'm having to repeat this guy yesterday. He said it best. I was just jumping around in my room because he said what he said couldn't be. You can't add nothing to it. It's like, what are you around for if you are unchangeable? Think about it. You came here to change. If we can't help you change, then we're not adding to you. Well, yeah.
I was gonna say that warning, like Carl was saying, that's love. That's
Yeah.
love. So if you can carry, you would have all right, do whatever you want. Right. Let him walk his path, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But that warning is love.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad Shafts said that, and so we can explain like why we took that route. Like, yes, it would have been easy as excommunicado, shalom. He messed up my Saturday, Sunday too, right? No. The selfish guy in me was like, damn, this is our day off. But the Israelite man in me was, bro, hopefully we can reach this guy and he can stop this. That's the first step. Just like our children. You know what I mean? Just like my kids, when they go down that road, I said the same thing. Like, all right, you're going to have to learn the hard way then. Dad, you cursing me? Nah, I'm not cursing you.
The sister spoke on that, LaShawn.
Yeah.
She said, thank you for rebuking me out of love and kindness because I don't want the Most High to get me, so you get me. You
know what she said the other day, LaShawn, she said, man, she said she was giving the Most High praise, but she said, he sent you to tell me about myself. She said, I remember you telling me. She didn't even see the class or nothing. It wasn't, she was just, we were communicating, talking. And she said, you told me. You know what I told her? All right, then the Most High is going to get your ass then. And she said that right there. She said that right there when you told me that really had me thinking about myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all don't know LaShawn.
I'm thinking about the steps though. It's the steps that, because for somebody that maybe just tuned in online, they were like, wow, because it was done in class.
Yeah.
But there was steps, like with the Kindle thing, there was steps behind the door, steps along the way where they was counseling the sister, but there had to be the point where she was out of line, it had to be corrected on the spot.
Right.
But sisters bear witness, but that was 3 years ago.
What, LaShawn?
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago? First of all, that situation, I don't personally think it was LaShawn.
But even that sister came back too.
Yeah.
And the brother's in the class.
Exactly. But I thought he's talking about, what, 8-9 years ago back in Houston.
No.
But even still.
But even, But we have those instances, right? Sister leaves the school and curse us out. LaShawn will tell you about that. Fuck y'all. Right? But guess what we did for LaShawn when she came back? Open up the door. Sis, you're done with all that? Emotions? Come on, let's get it back. You see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
I can personally attest to that because that's what made me do time because I didn't listen. It wasn't you who cursed. It was through the multitude of counselors safety. You gave me the scriptures, you gave me the safety. I pulled the shoulder. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it like that. And so that's what the Most High was like, okay, well then you got it. I'm gonna give you two.
And yours wasn't even a rebuke sharply. It was like, I wouldn't do that if I was you.
Right.
It was simple as that. And he didn't want to. That's his prerogative, right? How many years you had to do?
16 months.
What's up?
There you go. I was 16 months. was it worth it, right? Go ahead.
You can grab that.
Come on, let's finish it, y'all.
Find so many ways.
Uh-huh.
And thou, son of
So I
man,
find so many
be
ways
not
to not
afraid
be
of them.
facts.
Be what?
Not afraid of them.
Why? Because we're, guess what, y'all? We lose anyway. Either way it go. If we do it
What's the
nice,
top one again?
oh, y'all niggas is weak. You let it.
Let's come this way.
This is what this is. You're weak. You're letting them run over you.
That should have been the moment.
If we do it hard,
Not
What?
just stand
it's
up.
not godlike. I would have did it in different. Like, what do you? Like, okay, all right. So we with the one brother, we dealt with it soft, and the other brother we dealt with it hard. But you didn't get to see the soft. You didn't get to see the walkthrough. You know what? You can overcome this. You didn't get to see that.
Did you
See,
put it up
but
there?
that's why you got to know them that labor among you, because then you would know. Oh, there's a whole lot going on here. I can't look at it like this, because if I do, I'm not going to
What is
see
this right here?
all the dynamics of the scriptures in all these different arenas to be able to say, nah, we don't just come in and just put the hammer down on cats. Nah, you get the 70 times, 70 times, 70 times, 70 times if you repent, right? So, man, and if I can only tell y'all some things, but I'm going to keep a lot of those mishaps that brothers have done in the spirit, because it's those mishaps that it's 70 times in forgiving and walking brothers through sicknesses, illnesses, and diseases in the mind. It takes work.
Take all my stuff.
So, go ahead, read.
Neither be afraid of their words.
Bruh, we can't.
Did you
We
read?
can't be afraid. We can't. We can't let that wear us down. And y'all know this, because what happens when you let's bring it out a little bit now. What happens when you go to your family and they looked at you as a maniac? And what about y'all that did come in kicking over tables and throwing over stuff, and then you dial that back and you try to come another way? Did they receive it another way? Huh? Because you came in at first, what? Flipping over tables. Right? Like Yahweh Shai, you're like, no, Mom, this is wicked. That Christmas tree is off. But then you dialed it back, right? You're like, you know what? The brothers gave me a better way. Let me go back and let me try to win them. And you did that. Did they hear? The righteous is going to hear no matter what way they give it. What way it's given. How about that? How about through the harsh, through the sharp, through the, hey, that's wicked, that's off, that's sodomitish. Bro, you acting effeminate right now. What the hell is your problem? Like, all those, I didn't turn. I didn't buckle. I said, you know what? Man, Chad, you don't know about the time I was woke up at 6 a.m. and brothers was going into me. And you know what I said? What you said? I said, that's not even what's on my mind. Like, I don't even feel that. But they were ripping into me, talking about, you're rebellious. You got a rebellious spirit on you. And I'm thinking like, man, I got to be in the right mind. And my whole mind was not what they were saying. But guess what I did? I did those damn push-up positions and I showed the Most High. It wasn't about man. Now, a lot of you would say, but they were wrong. All the time I came in crying, and I was like, listen, Christ ain't gonna quit. I ain't gonna quit. And they were like, oh, you think this is a joke? Go get your shit. What about that? And I was like, and I went back crying like, I said, man, I said, you know what I said? I said, that ain't Christ-like. Yes, I said that exact words. But I'll tell you like this, I wouldn't take none of it back. The method was hard. It was sharp. It was harsh at times. You know what they didn't do? They didn't never curse me out. They didn't never call me, a hoe. They didn't ever say, you little faggot. They didn't. It was harsh. but it was still military harsh. It was military harsh, right? Could I even say that? I think they call you names in the military, right? No, they don't? Okay. They took all that out?
I don't remember that.
All right, yeah. I'm going from TV. Remember,
I'm checking you though. They check you, but
yeah, but they don't call you names?
No.
So it's not on Jarhead. That ain't true.
Maybe Marines.
Or maybe Marine. Okay.
Jarhead is a Marine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's where I got it from, where I thought the military deals with you. But the brothers didn't get out of line and call me names. But I know this, a lot of times when they were bringing stuff out on me, it wasn't right in the center. It was kind of a little bit way. And my mind was like, it doesn't matter because it's a warning not to go down that way. A lot of times they weren't hitting right in the center. I was like, that's not what I'm thinking. And they like, see, you got demons on you, Ak. And I'm like, Khan.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, but what was it out of? Here's the difference. That I knew who was around me, and I seen the love outside. Not the sharp rebukes or the harsh words or the rigorous system. The rigorous system to straighten me up and to get me as a young man, my mind strong. I understood who I was around. So yeah, that's important too, for you to know who you're around and to see the dynamic of what's going on around you so you can really judge correctly. Because if not, you're going to judge one-sided. You know? You're going to judge one-sided. So it's important that we understand, as the prophets, as the teachers, whoever they are, we're not going to let the words change us. I was just showing you about maybe the words that came against me, but it didn't change my path. Right? And then when we teach and we talk to people, we can't let their words change us. We got to stay the course, stay the path. Go ahead.
Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions.
You dwell. He wasn't talking about animals, man. He's talking about wicked men and women that do not want to change. Israelites, unchangeable Israelites that's holding to their way, and no matter what you show them, they don't see it that way. You think this is new? This ain't new. And then guess what? You ain't special. It happened to the prophets. It's going to happen to you. What verse are you at?
Verse 6.
Go ahead.
Be not afraid of their words.
Why? Because you're going to get the threatens. You're going to get off the block where it shoot you up. You're going to get to, you know what? I'm going to pray for you. I know it don't sound like a threat, right? I'm going to pray for you. Yeah, you do that. You pray for me because I need it. Right? But we can't be afraid of their words. Right? Their faces, their threatenings. Go ahead.
Nor be dismayed at their looks.
Read.
Though they be a rebellious house. And thou shalt speak my words unto them.
Right. What other words? That's not what is to be done. That's off. That's wicked. That's wrong. Right? You're out of the way. The Most High rebuke you. The Most High check you. You got demons on you. Yes, brother, you're acting like a scorpion. You acting like a serpent. You acting like a viper. How about, brother, you are the devil?
Right. Or when you look at serpent, they say today you a snake.
Right.
Yeah.
You slick, sly, cut, cranny, crafty. I remember speaking about the horse forehead. That's what LaShawn asked me. She said, "Why you calling?" I forgot how she worded it. Maybe you can refresh us, sis. She said in class, she's like, "Why are you calling?" She said something like, "Why you calling hoes? Why you using the word hoe?" Then I showed her the scripture. She was like, "Okay." I didn't know that was there. Because she was like, well, why are you using this word? I said, that's what the Most High said. He called it, he said we had a whore's forehead. That's where I got it from. In context. That's why I was trying to show her. Like, that's what I mean. I mean exactly what the word says. Your head is so stubborn, right? But why'd you add the whore part? That's the question. Why did the Most High add the whore part? Go study that. Read. Come on.
Whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
Go ahead.
For they are most rebellious.
They are most rebellious. Go ahead.
But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee.
Read.
Be not thou rebellious.
Wait. Say that again.
Be not thou rebellious.
You know why? Because the mission is not to act like them and to void out what the Most High said do because you want to be their friend. And your cousin and you might not want to hear. So now when you rebuke them and tell them in whatever way, it could be nice, it could be sharp, right? You can tell them like that ain't the way. Now they don't want to be your friend. Now they don't want to come around you. Now they want to shut you off.
Right.
Most High's like, don't be like them, because that's what's going to happen. We're going to get cut off because we don't want to be like them and agree with what they're saying. No, we don't agree with that. We don't agree with it. Go ahead.
Be not thou rebellious like that. Like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth.
What?
And open thy mouth.
Read.
And eat that I give thee.
Go to Ezekiel 33:31. Ezekiel 33:31.
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 31.
Remember, this is what got the children of Israel and the Babylonian Empire to be destroyed. This is what got us in the Persian and Mede to be destroyed. This is what got us in the Greek Empire to be destroyed. This is what got us in the Roman Empire to be destroyed. Rebellion, stiff-necked. And it didn't matter what empire we were in. We were what? Unchangeable. And the prophets could come. And it wasn't just about, oh, they eating pork or they're doing this defiled thing. Go back in the precepts and see what were they doing. It wasn't just, oh, they eating pork over here. That's what we do. Like during this time, we see it from this narrow mind. Oh yeah, they was getting rebuked because they eat pork. I don't eat pork, so I'm good. Like, you think that's all Israel was doing? And therefore you kind of like, now you're clean because you're not doing exactly what they were doing. They were doing way more than that. What about just the stubbornness and rebelliousness is as the sin of witchcraft?
Right.
How about that in itself? Before you even get to the sin that you're doing.
Right.
Read.
And they come unto thee as a people coming.
Right.
And they sit before thee as my people.
Go ahead.
And they hear thy words.
So this is where I'm getting this why would you sit around us comment. This is exactly where I'm getting this comment from. You're gonna sit, you're gonna do what?
Hear thy words.
Right, they're gonna hear what you're saying. Think about it. The dynamic of this is insanity. Go ahead.
But they would not do them.
But they're not gonna do it. Then why are you sitting there? I'm not sitting with the Muslims because I'm not gonna do anything they talking about. Well, but they got some truth in what they, bruh. Did you see the backwards mind? I'm not sitting with them because I'm rebellious to that idea, those doctrines. Go ahead.
For with their mouth they show much love.
But this is the problem. When we went over guile is trickery and deceit. You can't I agree, sit here and then go back on what you're saying. That's literal deception. I don't agree with that. All right, you don't agree with it. Then you don't need to come back no more. You know what I mean? I think Jesus and God is one. You don't need to come back. Well, I'm going to still celebrate Christmas. You don't need to come back. Well, I would still want to eat pork. You don't need to come back. Well, I still want to smoke weed. Eventually, we're going to tell you, listen, if you keep doing that, you got to go get clean and then come back. right? Yeah, like you're not just gonna be around and then that's acceptable, right? Hey, brother, you're welcome to come back. 7 months. Hey, think about it. Which would I don't know why you would come back when you don't agree. If you're not with it, just do your thing. You weren't supposed to be these people. Go ahead.
But their heart going after their covetousness.
Yeah, their heart go after what they covet after, their desires. What they desire, not what the Most High desire. We teach restraint, control, order, discipline. Cats don't want to hear that. We teach these things. Letting go of the old man, it's a battle. But you're not the only one. But they want to go after their covetousness. What are you going after? What are you coveting after? Is it the spirit of the Most High, or is it the things in your flesh? And that's how you know. Like, what are we arguing about? Just think about this. Who are we arguing about? Telling you to do some defiled thing, or we're trying to get you from doing the things that are not in the book? Think about this. What is this back and forth about? Aok, stop doing this thing. It's not like, listen, you didn't drop alms enough, or you didn't bend over enough, or you didn't get my picture on your wall and bow down. The robot thing, the king thing. No, it's about Aok. Stop doing what you're doing, and then you're arguing with me because you don't want to stop. And think about it. What are we asking you to stop doing? Is it something personal that we got you doing? I don't think y'all understand me. Yeah. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like, what are we stopping you from doing? What are we stopping you from doing? You want to talk about arguing with people out there in the world and making the truth look bad? That's you. You want to talk about the lust? That's you. We of course we could just be like, go do what you do. But that's not our job. Our job is to tell you whether you will hear or forbear. If you're sitting here, shame on you. Stop that. That's what's supposed to happen. The rebuke, the correction. And you're supposed to be, what did it say? Willing to hear. What you went over yesterday?
Readiness. Willing to hear.
Ready to learn.
Ready to learn.
Yes. Go study. Go back. You know what? You got more precepts on that? Hallelujah. Let's do that. Well, I came to, you know what? In my studies, I came to the knowledge to understand. Y'all are tripping. I get it. I get it. All right. Shalom. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to argue about that? When the girl took us out there and she said, I believe all nations can be saved. I was like, okay, sis. All right. And with that, I got to go back for online. We got to click. Hey, go live. Let me argue with her. So we can do this for the site. I'm going to be like, do your thing. Go your way. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Not debating, not arguing with people doubtful disputation. Like, you doubting, you don't believe, but then I get it. Look, we went over it with you, and we could go over it with you again. Is that what you want? Nah, I already know. Okay, well, if you already know, then we can't tell you. And that's why I said that to keep repeating what you said yesterday, right? Go ahead.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
Yeah, it just be music. It'd be a game to people. It'd be a joke. It'd be church. Man, the brothers speak powerful. They look how they look. That's why I told the brother, the robot thing, you stole that from us. We've been telling brothers the whole time, don't be robots. Study, look into it, search. What are you talking about?
Funny how that happened.
Real funny. Go ahead.
Of one that have a pleasant voice.
Right. It's supposed to be, oh man, it's sweet. Bro, the word is sweet. Go get it. Take it home so you won't bring sickness and disease among us, and learn how to eat at home. That was what the word tells us. Go ahead.
And can play well on an instrument.
Yeah, and that's what we sound like, right? Like we're playing music. Right? It's so soothing to the ears. Go ahead.
For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
They what?
They do them not.
Yeah. The point of this topic is to remind you, me, we, they, them, all of that, right? That we are going to get this of Israel. Stop thinking it's strange or though some crazy thing done happened. This is part of being in a nation. If it happened to Moses and Ezekiel and Isaiah, Jeremiah, and every prophet, Elijah, Elisha, stop thinking it's not going to happen to you. Stop thinking everybody's going to get the word and everybody's a brother. All Israel is not of Israel. And yes, I wish that all Israel would be saved. But guess what? We ain't going off of my wish or your wish. We're going off of what the Most High said is. 2/3 are not going to turn. They're not going to hear you. They're going to argue. They're going to fight. They're going to rebel. And there it is. You're the lie. You're the devil. You're the deceiver. All of that. If you ain't been told that yet. They call Christ the devil. You don't think they're going to call you the devil? And then how is that going to work on your feelings and your emotions? Nah, you're going to get hurt. Oh, damn. What you going to do? You're going to buckle? Damn, that's how they feel about me? You know what, man? Damn. Who's calling you the devil? Who's calling you the devil? Does it have weight with you? How about this? Y'all don't understand. I'm asking questions for a reason. Does it have weight with you? And is it weighing on your conscience? And why? Why is it exactly? Exactly. Without getting over REI excited. Exactly. It don't have no damn weight. Why? Because he can only check me. He can check me. Quatazal can check me. People that know the story. Or else, how is it that you're going to check somebody that you know nothing about? That's like me going in your house and start checking your uncle. Walking in your house and being like, man, I heard your uncle was off. Who the hell am I to do that? But this is the mind state. You don't even know what really is going on. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to do that to you. And you got to do what? Sit back and like, okay, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Because if you did, you would know, you would try to understand the whole matter before you speak. Yeah. So this is how we're going to be treated. Now, what did he say not to suffer as? Y'all know the scripture? Suffer not as a what? Come on, somebody get it for me. To show you how, what about if you're wrong, Ak? Well, what is wrong is going to be revealed. Check this out. Suffer not as a what? Nobody's with me on this one? Dang.
I'm trying to remember the whole thing first.
But let none of you suffer as it's true.
Go to 1 Peter's.
1 Peter 4. God, 4:15.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer.
So if you do suffer, what are you suffering as? You better not be out in these streets doing nothing wicked. Go ahead.
Or as a thief.
As a what?
A thief.
No. Are you stealing? Don't get caught for that. Go ahead.
Or as an evildoer.
Or as a what?
Evildoer.
Go ahead.
Or as a busybody.
As in what?
Or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Right. So what are you going to suffer for? Are you suffering for righteousness' sake, or are you doing something wicked? You doing something off. Go ahead.
Yeah, if any man suffer as a Christian.
As a what?
A
Christian.
Okay, remember, that doesn't mean Christianity.
No.
That means a follower of Christ.
Right.
Everybody should know that. It means follower of Christ. I know when you think, you read the word Christian, you're thinking Christianity. Suffer as a follower of Christ. Go ahead.
Let him not be ashamed.
Let him not what?
Be ashamed.
And that's what it's saying in Ezekiel. If you're following Christ and you're lining it up with the book, then you shouldn't have no reason to be ashamed.
Right.
This is why we did this. This is because this says this here. Go ahead.
But let him glorify God on this behalf.
Right. All praises to the Most High in all things, right? Let God be true and every man a lie. Period. So go back real quick. Let's finish this up. Oh, damn. Where are we? Yeah, go ahead. Let's just finish the Ezekiel.
And
What verse are you at?
verse 33.
Yeah, go ahead.
And when this comes to pass,
And it's going to come to pass. Go ahead.
lo, it will come.
This
shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Yeah, because you're going to let the word of the, okay, so let's remember, this is not gassing up. Was that about gassing up the prophet? But it is. You know why? Because when the prophet spoke to you, what happens when you didn't follow it? You were going to go look back and say, I was told from this man. Now, we know the man is speaking what? Thus saith the Lord. But what are they going to look at you at? Hey, remember when we said when you go down that road where that road's going to lead you? They're going to be like, okay, now you know a prophet's among you. That I wasn't speaking, or he wasn't, or she wasn't speaking from their own mouth. This is not the right path based on the knowledge. So it's not about gassing you up or me up. It's about, if you're telling people the truth and you say, Mama, that pork is not good for you, she's going to go back and be like, man, my baby told me this a while ago, and I still kept doing it. Go ahead.
That's it.
All right, go from there. Last one. Matthew 23:31. Down to 33. Let's see what Christ said. I know it's a lot. Would you add it to purple?
Yeah, that Jeremiah 7 and 25 through 28, man, that's gonna.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, read that.
Matthew chapter 23, verse 31.
Go ahead.
Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets.
Yeah. This is Yahushai's rebuke to Israel. He said, you're the actual ones of the children that killed the prophets. We're supposed to be running from that mentality. We're supposed to be running from that mind state. Oh, you know what? Now I want to fight the brother. Ain't no fight. Or I want to hurt the brother. Where is it going to get to? It said they will kill you, think they're doing the will of the Father. So that's going to happen. Why? Because the love of many shall wax cold. So somebody's going to be, you know what? The Most High told me to put this false prophet to death. But the real prophets ain't doing that. The real prophets ain't going and putting nobody to death. Because we know what? The Most High rebuke you. Grace. Nobody has to do that. The Father has to intervene, right? Go ahead.
Fill ye up, then the measure of your fault.
Do what?
Fill ye up, then the measure of your fault.
What does that mean? Okay, so you're filling something up. We're filling this cup up. The fathers filled it up here. You're going to go ahead and complete the measure of their wickedness and fill it up with more wickedness and follow the things that your forefathers did. Instead of leaving off that mentality. what was one big problem with our elders? And I'm not even talking about this generation. I'm talking about Israelite as a nation. We were stubborn and rebellious.
Yeah, it said there arose the next king more wicked than the last king. Literally all throughout the book of Kings, we had a wicked king that surpassed the wickedness of the king that was before them. All the time.
We were supposed to learn from the mistakes and what was destroying us as a nation. We were supposed to learn. We were supposed to see, dang, this is the same thing that was killing us in the past.
Right.
We hard-headed as hell. We're stubborn. We're stiff-necked. We're rebellious. To what? And then you start defining like, well, I'm not being rebellious. I'm just doing this. It's like, okay. So then there's no such thing as a rebellious Israelites. It's a game, right? Nobody's rebellious in Israel. Everybody's just as straightforward. You know what I mean? As a nation. No, you got our people that don't want to change. They don't want to listen. That's where the rebellion come from. I wasn't rebellious to my elders. And I'm not just saying that just because I'm here. I wasn't rebellious to my elders and the things that were told to me. And like I just told y'all the stories earlier. So what if they were wrong? So what if he was wrong when he said, you think we playing with you? So what if he was wrong? Let the Most High check him. He didn't do nothing out of the Spirit. He didn't tell me to break the laws and commandments.
Right.
It was just a harsh check, right?
Right.
And maybe I didn't like it.
Right.
I didn't like that check. I didn't like the way he formulated and told me when I'm in the middle of this spiritual evolution and I'm like, man, you know what? Yahweh Shai didn't quit and I'm not going to quit. You know, at that time, I'm thinking, man, the brother was going to give me some wholesome words. He was going to say, listen, young man, that's the spirit you want to be in. He didn't. So because he didn't, and he felt as a father, and what I mean as a father, as a brother, in the truth that I needed to be reminded that this is not a game. So my elder was off and wicked. He was wrong. He was out of the spirit. His judgment is off because he dealt with me that way. Okay. Well, the Lord rebuke him. I know this. They ain't never told me to break laws and commandments and follow wickedness and chase money and be a whoremonger. I know that. So yeah, I got some harsh words from these men. Go ahead.
Ye serpents.
You what?
Ye serpents.
There you go. Right? You're what?
Ye serpents.
And that's not in a nice way. The Most High is called, Yahweh Shai is speaking to these Pharisees and telling them to their face, they're what?
Ye serpents.
What?
Ye generation of vipers.
You're a generation of vipers. Go ahead.
How can ye escape the damnation of hell?
Yeah. Come on. You think he's playing with them? No, he's not. He's not coming to them like he came to Lazarus and the people that, you know, he told the brother, he said, go and sin no more. There was a rebuke to remind them how off they are. Serpents, right? And where are they going? It said what?
How can ye escape the damnation of hell?
And they weren't. But y'all know this chapter. You read from verse 1. It's straight. He starts out in this whole Sermon on the Mount. Mm-hmm. In this whole Sermon on the Mount, he goes in and he doesn't stop. He didn't start with, you know what? I said what I said. I called you serpents, vipers. Y'all get it? Nah, he goes in. And he reminding them why they're this way, why they're serpents, why they're vipers, why they reject the will of the Father, all the way to some of them don't even ask them questions no more.
Yeah, God.
Stop asking me. Right, foolish questions. Right.
Right.
All right, you Jeremiah.
Yeah, go to Jeremiah 7 and verse 25. Jeremiah 7 and 25.
God.
Yeah, you got a question? Oh. Go ahead, read that.
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 25. Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt
the Lord.
unto this day.
So you can see that even Christ was even doing it the way that the Father has always dealt with the nation of Israel. He's reminding you of your history, right? Since the day that your fathers, right, came out of the land of Egypt. Go ahead.
I have sent unto you all my servants, the prophets.
The servant, the who?
All my servants, the prophets.
So when it's saying servants, the prophets, remember Isaiah 41:8. Israel are my what?
Servants.
So it's just not talking about these prophets. It's not just talking about Jeremiah, Ezekiel. Right? He's talking about the servants, those who was going to do the service of the Most High. And we know that in Romans 9, it said who are Israelites, so who was given the what? The service.
Right.
So those today, we were going to be sent out to do the same thing. Go ahead.
Daily rising up early and sending them.
Right, daily. Not just one time. Not just, I'm going to clock out. No, it was all the time. The prophets were being used all the time to remind the nation of Israel. Right? It wasn't just going to stop what they didn't want to hear. Watch, it's going to tell you. Go ahead.
Yet they hearken not unto me.
They what?
They hearken not unto me.
Right, you didn't harper on. Right? You didn't actively listen. You didn't internalize it. You didn't think.
You know what? I'm sorry. Just to add what you're saying, because like I was saying, I was talking to the sister, and sometimes we get discouraged. You know what I mean? We're like, I'm going to use those words. You know what? I'm going to just fall back. You know, they're not hearing me. This is the encouragement right here. No, don't fall back. Right. What was the counsel? No, don't never fall back doing the will of the Father based on what, you know, people, whether they are straight wicked, whether they don't know, or whether they just don't really understand at the time. Right. You can't fall back. You have to keep the vision. Because one thing you're going to see, check this out, what I learned over the years. 5 years a brother leave, and he'll come right back. And guess what you'll be doing 5 years later? Same thing. Mm-hmm. I always tell you about Quatazop. Quatazop left 10 years. The version of Quatazop now, remember, he's been back how long now? How long has he been back now? He's been back about 10 years. But he left for 10 years. He was a young man. He was in his 20s as well. And he what? I'm not hearing that. Rolled out 10 years. 10 years later, guess what we were still doing? Same thing. He said he got online. He seen what we were doing. He said I could have jumped and got on any wave. He said I wanted to come back and finish the work. Finish the work he started with. He meant, you know what I mean? But yeah, 10 years later, you can't count brothers out. I don't count no brother out. No matter how far a brother fall, he's off. You get told. Remember, I'm the guy that got busted down as a teenager a few times. I got this mind when I was young. Don't ever count nobody out. And then you realize that we know the time's short. And I'm not saying brothers go play games. I'm not saying that either. What I'm saying, though, is don't count a brother out. People just don't know. They might not know at the time. Tell them what they need to hear. Move on and let the will of the Father do his will. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't take it personal.
Yeah, that's the exhortation.
Yeah.
The Bible literally tells us to do that. Like, one of my favorite scriptures in Ecclesiastes, I know that's my favorite book, I gotta mention that. But it says there's a time and place for all things, a time to break down and a time to build up.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be a perfect balance when it comes to dealing with the flock of the Most High. Right? So where we at?
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 26.
Read it again.
Yet they hearken not unto me.
Uh-huh.
Nor incline their ear.
Right. You didn't incline your ear. You didn't have your listening skills turned on. Right? It was just in one ear and out the other.
So ask yourself, when did you start actually listening? Like from when you came in, you know how cats come in and they're here, but really not? They're like, they know it's the truth. They like, I know Christ is black, but I'm trying to get my knowledge, myself wrapped around all the hell, what the hell y'all talking about, right? Mm-hmm. It'd be like, it's so much.
Mm-hmm. Been there.
Like, but how long did it take from you to get to, I'm actually here, beamed in, and like, damn, let me go back and read everything, and make sure I know what they're saying is true. What? Oh, you want to? Okay, answer it.
It was one of the classes we had, and then y'all said that everything that's written in the Bible we're going to be accountable for.
But how long? How long did it take from you actually getting the truth to that point?
It took like, I'd say like maybe 6 months.
Oh, so 5 or 6 months.
Oh, wait, no, my bad. Maybe I skipped the part before I was in Hebrew Academy, so I'd probably say about a year.
So wait a minute, you heard the truth and you went through the motions. Listen to this. And just because he's offered it himself up, you went through these motions through faith, right? Because that's what it is. It's faith. You know, it's crazy because when we go down this road, bro, let's talk about faith. You listened to that brother and didn't really understand how to prove the 12 tribes of Israel. You only knew Deuteronomy 28. That's all you knew. Right? You didn't know how to go break it down. You didn't get all the books. You didn't know none of that. You knew Revelations 1:13, Christ is black, and you walk by faith. Right?
Done.
I didn't really understand even all that.
But
then eventually, yeah. Go ahead.
No. But y'all understanding what I'm saying? What am I saying? What am I saying?
You're saying whatever information you knew, right? That you were understanding, like you were solid. That okay, I know this.
But did you really know it? Huh? What?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but did you really know it?
Uncertain.
Huh?
Uncertain.
Boom!
Not really sure.
Boom! You really didn't. But hold on. No, bro, there's no way in hell when you first got the information. Think about it. You're talking to a man that was born in the truth that didn't know how to break something down till I'm in my 20s.
Okay.
I went through the motions of it, but really understanding a lot of things, and being able to articulate them and teach them as though you knew.
Okay.
Tell me.
Restate your question.
Nah, I ain't restating this shit. I'm not restating. I just said it. All right.
The reason I'm asking you to restate it is because.
Okay, this is my question. I'll just restate it. Look. How long does it take a man's mind to move into this? You start walking by faith, and then you really are clear.
You converted.
And what said, who has bewitched you? It's like you were coming right. Why? What's the problem now? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I know what happened with me. I'm throwing that out there to remind you, like, oh, if you're not awoke and you're not fully persuaded, what the hell are you waiting for? 1, 2. When you get into this spirit of stubbornness and stiff-neckedness, why are you not thinking like that first man, which was, wait a minute, the Most High took care of me, and I didn't know nothing about 12 tribes, this breakdown or that breakdown, Esau. I just knew the Sabbath. I knew Christ was black, and I knew Christ is black, Jews are black. That's all I understood, and not even really proving it. Right. Think about that. Just meditate on that, because what it is a mind. It really gets you because you realize that, damn, I walk by faith. I walk by faith. Where's my faith going? 1, and 2. Am I persuaded?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can say yeah, but not everybody can. Not everybody can say hell yeah. There's some among us, that's not fully persuaded, and then it's easy for their mind to go astray down this road of stubbornness, rebelliousness, stiff neck. Yeah.
I'm not putting myself up. The reason why.
No, we get it.
The reason why I may appear different is.
You're not different.
I learned online. It was probably maybe 2 years of me learning online.
Right.
So I got a lot of information then, a lot of knowledge then, to then, okay, when am I going to start doing it? When am I going to start?
But that's my point, Aharon. My point is, it took you 2 years. I'm
throwing that number out.
Okay.
Throwing that number out.
It took you 6 months.
I'm saying it took me a period of time.
That was my point.
For me to say, okay, I'm getting the knowledge, whether there's something I don't understand yet, what I've already gotten, what am I doing with it? Shouldn't I already act on this? And I was like, yeah, I should. So then, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, and that's all my thing was, to remind everybody how long it takes for an individual's mind to get to a certain point and be fully persuaded. You can come here and sit in class, and sometimes you're not in tune. You're not fully persuaded.
Yeah.
Now, there's a danger and there's a goodness about that, right? You can walk by faith, but then when somebody asks you a question and you don't know, are you going to become double-minded and say, damn, I never really even knew this? Right? You see, that can happen with this, right?
Right.
What?
But wouldn't it be a process of faith and hope? Because you would have the faith, but you saying like being in an uncertain space, and then you would hope that it is true. You like, man, I hope I'm walking down the right path. You know what I'm saying? Like, only to reach the completion of love. So it's the faith, hope, and love process. God. Like, it's a tunnel, and you have to be concentrated to get through it all, because you can have that faith as long as you need it, but you need that hope to get to the completion of love. Like, so it's literally faith, hope, and love in that process.
Yeah.
Completeness.
And what we're going over is what happens when this dynamic, when somebody pierces that. Is it stable? Is it or the lack of knowledge in the gameplay? Then now, when I mean gameplay, meaning this. Damn, I heard this other thing. Did that just throw me off?
Who bewitched you?
Yeah, who have bewitched you, right? Having begun in the spirit, now it's no longer the faith, right? It's no longer the hope, right? Now you're like, nah, hold on a second. I need to rethink. Does that dynamic not happen?
Yeah, yes, because some things are stumbling blocks. Like, some things could cause you to trip a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned something.
Make sure you say that. Make sure you say that.
Yeah, please.
You mentioned something earlier. You said when you first come that you deal with something, but I didn't hear the difference having that effect on you. Like, the difference from the way that you learned it before versus what you hearing today. Like, even the way that the verbiage, the way that it's communicated.
Right.
The difference could cause that lapse. Like, when you just like, hold on. Let me hold on.
Right.
Hey, here's something. When he said, man, if you're going through hell, he said, T.D. Jakes told us though. He said, if you're going through hell, why would you unpack it?
Right.
Like, it's like, you're going through hell.
I mean, it's a good saying, right?
Get through it. Like, it's like, okay, like, why would I just be like, hey, I'm going through hell. Hold up, let me just get
Let me chill out here.
So it's like, they keep going, and that's what I think happens in these particular cases. You come into a space, and man, it completely obliterates everything that you know. You like, hold on. But I know it's something on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And it seemed crazy initially, but it's faith. Like, faith ain't necessarily to be explained. It's something that you have. It's there or it's not. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people think we're ignorant, though.
But that's what it seemed like in the word talk.
Exactly.
I think it's Ecclesiastes that talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, it may seem this way.
It may seem that way.
So, and through that faith, you build hope. You allow the Spirit to work on you.
Yeah.
And the Spirit literally begins to lead you to love, to that completeness. So, it's a process.
Now, just going back off, bringing it back. That's what I was saying about what cannot be there. Because think about it. You started right. If you start to change that mind and get spooked, you're not going to walk by faith. Now you're walking by what? No, I'm in control, right? And I gotta watch. Now, boom, now you doubting everything. It's like, wait a minute, but that same hairy guy told you Christ was black, and you believed that.
It was evident.
It was evident, yeah.
I think the part where you at is what I was talking about with hope. Cause that faith actually allow you an opportunity to engage. Mm-hmm. And when you engage, the spirit is there for you. You like, hey, right. I got you.
Right.
Because you start to you kind of trip off the cliff. You like, hey, I
got you. Right.
And that's that engagement is what keep you continuing on. It's like, all right, now I'm in hope. I'm at that next phase. You know what I'm saying? Like the faith was the first step. And then the hope was the second phase. It's like, all right, I'm here. I know you got me.
So the confirmation.
Right. It's like, hey, I know you got me. Now.
Right.
I know you got me. But can you give me the love, please? You know what I'm saying? So now you start to declare certain things. You're imploring. You're praying now. Now you starting to implement the things. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you're growing.
Sometimes I wonder about you.
And maturing.
I'm like, bro, what? I mean, nothing, bro, nothing. But yeah, you're right.
Am I tripping?
No. What you're saying is true. What's coming out of your mouth is correct. Yeah, we want to see it in action in you.
Fair enough.
Right, you know what I mean?
Too.
Right, because you're like what you're saying. I'm like, do you understand this?
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Yes, but I also understand the living circumspectly, like in actually being careful in your steps. Like you don't rush it. Like I understand not stepping in front of the spirit. Right. Like I get that.
And I think you and Aharon, your favorite brother, you guys are the same in that. Whether you know it or not, that he's the same way. He's like calculated. Like I see, it's like that grown man mentality. You know, the young man want to jump into everything. Hey, let me get the test. Let me get this. Let me get my this. And then next you know, they're like, what happened to the brother? Right? He just got a Hebrew name.
Overdose.
Right. So I think we're understanding that about you. And a lot of times, to be fair, I'm gonna say this about Aharon too, because that's where we're like, bro, what's up with you? Why are you waiting? And he's like, because I'm understanding, just like you just said, walking circumspect and taking the proper steps. You know what I mean? And the only reason I brought him in is to show everybody you're not alone. You're not alone in that, you know? Yeah. But yeah, that was, but I'll point what you were saying. And I'm hoping everybody understands the point of this. The point is that you can't let that spirit come in and then deter you from what brought you down that road. And that's where Israel is stopped. Israel is stopped. Let's go there real quick. And this will be the last one, I know, because we get out of here at 11. Hey, look, we having good Shabbat conversation. For everybody that's tuned in, go to Galatians. It's the bewitched. It's Galatians 3:1. Yeah. And this will sum up that whole point, what we were just talking about right there. Go ahead.
Galatians chapter 3 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
O foolish Galatians.
Yeah.
Who have bewitched you?
Right.
That you should not obey the truth.
Right.
Before whose eyes Yahushua have been evidently set forth.
Right. Now, understand that, because you got to marinate on that and eat that up. Because remember, this is what you've been brought to. Right? And do you know it as the truth? Right? Very important. See, so I'm trying to work some things in your brain right now. I'm trying to get you to actually ask yourself and to stand on it and not be changed. Like he said, yeah, I know where. Get Khan. There's nothing wrong with that. It says stand bold as a lion, right? Okay, go ahead.
Crucified among you.
Right?
This only what I learned of you. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law.
Right?
Or by the hearing of faith.
So, remember, you didn't come in by the works of the law. And you know what that means? That means that you still have the cigarette in your ear. You ain't had no fringes on. You ain't had your pants were still halfway on your butt. Right? You didn't receive it through the works of the law. You received it through faith, which is believing. You didn't receive it by having 50,000 breakdowns. You didn't receive it that way. You didn't be like, listen, first of all, in order for me to believe y'all, I got to go back and research this. You were mind blown off of Revelations 1 and 14 and Deuteronomy 28. And that's all you was writing on. But that's what he's saying. Who bewitched you from this first mind to walk in the spirit of faith? Is it the carnal things? Because the law represents the carnal show, right? Not that we're not going to keep the law, but that didn't bring you in because you weren't doing it. We know that. You weren't doing the law. You walked in by faith, right? That they invited me over there. Well, these brothers, these guys with these beards, they had like menorahs and stuff on there. It was crazy. But I'm gonna go to that class. Right? Because I heard something online. I read something online. I was reading. I was doing my own research, and then I found out. Kanye West said the Jews are black, or Kendrick Lamar was talking about I'm not a black no more, right? And you were like, bro, what are they talking about? That's by faith. Kendrick Lamar's the one that brought you to the truth. Okay. Okay.
Yahweh in this song.
Huh?
He literally said Yahweh in his song.
Yeah, exactly. So that brought you to the truth. Barakatah Yahweh. Because what you did was you didn't have no dang information. That's the point of what Paul's saying. That's the point of what I'm saying, is that the faith brought you in. Don't let now your faith be destroyed through stubbornness and stiff neck. And now everything, if I don't understand it, A, B, and dot the I, then you know what? It's no longer faith. It's no longer truth. Hold on a second. Right. Because you might not understand that. This is the one thing I was saying about to the brother or to this brother that was on the John 4 thing. I was like, this is what I said. We didn't say this to him, but I was saying, you don't get it now, brother, but you got to study, and then you will get that. You will understand. Like he was talking about, Bakar talking about the speaking in tongues thing. He said it. I went over it with him 4 times. And I'm like, you don't see this? That it's not talking about gibberish? Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And I was like, marinate on that for a second. Just marinate on it. Go over it and then come back to me. You see? Faith. It had to be faith. It can't just be, well, everything got to line up, because it doesn't always supposedly line up when it comes to knowledge. How we know? Show me the scripture that says don't do crack. Don't have anal sex with your wife. How you know not to do that? I know that's extreme, but you got men that say, well, it's not in the law, so I can do it. How do you know? How do you know why we believe not to do that? Because the scripture says a sodomite? Well, they come back and say, well, that's what a man, not a woman.
Right. Yeah.
You see, all what you thinking is everything is going to supposedly verbatim. If that was the case, bro, we be already floating and there be one truth. But no, there's somebody that's saying they're Hebrew Israelite with fringes that keeps the Sabbath, that's banging their butt, they're banging the chick in the butt because they believe that it doesn't say in the law, thou shalt not bang a woman in her anus. But you don't believe that. Why? Is it, why? Is it the scripture that says not to? Exactly. Exactly. It's not the scripture that says thou shalt not. And when you get on the technical law, if you're not moving in the spirit of faith, then you're not going to be able to go to the other, like you quoted a while back about when thou shalt not do crack, right? Be sober minded, right? Well, sober minded don't say thou shalt not do crack. Thou shalt not do meth. Thou shalt not smoke cigarettes. I hear what you're saying, bro, but prove all things, hold fast to that which is good, right? So there gotta be faith there some step of the way, and the spirit, because if not, when the law and the technicalities don't line up, where are you going to be left to? You're going to be left to doing some wicked things. How about this? I got it for you. How about you should just know in the flesh that that's a fleshly desire. And just based on that alone, Christ wants us to restrain from fleshly things that corrupt us. Maybe that, right? But it's not the scripture. You can still come back and say, that sounds great, but that's not the verse.
Right.
So that's why he said, like, who been with you? You're moving in the spirit, and now all of a sudden, because you don't understand or you don't see this, you don't understand a lot of stuff still. You're still asking questions. Like, hey, could y'all go over that for me again? But what's keeping you doing the truth, the work? You see why I'm bringing this out? Because if you're not, like he said, in the spirit, because he doesn't have all things down, and he can't even articulate all things that we go over. But why can't he come back and say, I know this is the truth? Is it because fringes? Is it because the Sabbath? Because there's a lot of people. The white man serves the Sabbath. And he wear fringes too. So it can't just be that. Y'all see what I'm saying? All right. So read on. Come on. Let's finish this. Go ahead.
Are you so foolish?
Are you what?
So foolish.
Read.
Having begun in the spirit, are you now made perfect by the flesh?
The flesh is not going to perfect us. The carnal things is not going to perfect you. It is the spirit. And yes, the word's supposed to line up. Yes, you're supposed to be shown in the word. I'm not undoing that. I'm just trying to show y'all the games that if you don't study and you're not in it, then yeah, you're going to be that much more confused. Because it's the spirit that quickeneth. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak, the words are spirit and life. So you got to be in it. You got to study. You got to go. You got to get in this book. Go ahead.
Have you suffered so many things in vain?
Right. Like, so this is what I was saying earlier when we were talking. When me and Shaf was talking at that moment. What things did you go through in the spirit that the Most High showed you? No, that's the truth. No, that's the truth. The word of the Most High is true. Or how I've been given it is the right way. It's things in the spirit that the Most High walked you through that showed you. What are those things? You hear us say they're anchors, right? There's things in the truth that I knew they were the truth because when my dad, we were on our way to Cali. I didn't want to leave Cali. I was like, this is home. And they put me on the bus. We had a mobile home. And they were like, because at first, remember, it was, do you want to roll with us from New York? That was when I was young. They was like, you want to go on this road crew? I was young, crazy, Barakatah Yahweh, I want to roll. Got and left everything, right? But when I got to Cali and stood there for a few years, there was like, all right, we're leaving. I didn't want to leave. I was back home. It was comfortable. I was in love with this little redhead Judite. I don't know how that works, but right? She was a little red bone, and I was like, I don't want to go with y'all. I want to be my own man. Right? And they were like, you going. right? And at that time, that moment, I had to realize, what am I doing this for? I was like, because I didn't like the brothers around me like that. I thought they were on my butt. And what I mean not like them, meaning like you're on my butt. Right? You're on my your correction, you're harsh, right? I'm like, man, I want to be my own man in the truth. That's when I actually broke from that mind that I'm just around brothers. I was raised in the truth. It was realizing at that point in time, it's not about them. I'm here for the Most High. And that's what you got to realize. So everybody got to go through that moment and that time to be like, but how long is it going to take that moment before Satan plays games with you? And you better pray. Because what the sister saying, it's not time to keep playing the game. Not time to not study and learn or be in the spirit, because Satan is going to get the advantage. Go ahead. Come on.
If it be yet in vain.
Right. Have ye suffered so many things in vain? If it yet be in vain, meaning like you went through these things to teach you, but you didn't learn. Right? I know we jumped way off of the rebellion. At some point, stiff-necked, stubborn, but I still think the lesson is, if we don't have faith and lock into the Most High fully and be fully persuaded, yeah, you can let any spirit, any emotion come in you and bewitch you from your path. That's the point of what he's saying here, right? When it's not perfectly lined up, then what? It's the law that made you whole? Nah. It was Yahweh Shai that did it. Right? For y'all that understand that. We know the law's not done away with. We know we keep the law. We know we live with the law, and it perfects things in us. But we know also it's the spirit that quickeneth. I got to say that for the new people online. I know y'all know that. All right? Because I don't want nobody thinking I'm saying the law's done away with. All right? All right. That's it. Does anybody got anything? Yeah.
So are we going to have class Tuesday?
No. We're going to eat the Passover. Yeah. So yeah, if y'all didn't get that either, Tuesday we're not having class. We're going to eat the Passover. That's the official start of the Passover. So everybody's going to do that. We're going to, well, what about the garments? You're going to wear your garments, and then when we go gather again, you will have the other garments, right? All right, what's that?
No questions online.
A lot of who's that? LaShawn,
Aisha.
Gotcha.
They're on fire.
All right. So that's it. Everybody say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all.
Brother Dave from the gym?
Yeah.